Good evening, YouTube. How are you? I'll be your host this evening here at Chicken's Chop Shop Chicken, and Jacob is over here. Come here. He's over here playing, beating, banging, so that'll be background noise. So we're gonna do something a little different this evening. Gonna change it up just a touch. Not really gonna work on the go-kart this evening. I'm going to build a
table for you guys, and we're gonna film it.
So I'm gonna build a table out of these old pipes that I've got that are they are dog pipes that were bolted, not dog lock, but cage pipes that were bolted inside of where I work in the basement to separate out cages so people had a secure place to put their stuff and put a lock on it. So that being said, I've got 4 of these big ones, these big heavy gauge ones, and with the plates on the bottom. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut all 4 of them at 3 feet. I think 3 feet will give us enough height. It's going to be right in there, about waist high. I think 3 feet will be enough, and what we're going to do is I'm going to weld the back 2 legs solid with the bars that come from the back to the front, and the top, the square top, it'll be solid. But what I'm going to do a little different is, and I don't know how I'm going to do it yet, we're going to do it a little bit at a time. It might take a couple, 2 or 3 days, but I want to do this before I continue on the go-kart. Got some stuff I need to do on the go-kart, and I'm an old fat guy, and I don't want to be laying on the ground. Go ahead.
We need to do this before we can do the go-kart.
Yeah, we need to do this before we can do the go-kart. That way, this thing is going to be able to angle down. We're going to take the go-kart and winch it up on the back of it, and then the legs will be movable in the front, so you'll be able to take and jack it up, and it'll jack up level, and the legs will come straight down. You can put a pin in them and bolt them. So that way, I'll have a fabrication table basically for this go-kart, and like I said before, we can't afford to buy a fabrication table for this. So, got this pipe around, we're going to just and we'll record this and we'll see how it goes. I borrowed a wireless mic from a buddy of mine, so he gave me it to test out and see how I like it. I think I'm going to like it a lot better. And from here, we're going to cut these pipes and see what we can come up with. Once we go to putting it together, I think it'll come together pretty good. By the way, it's going to be 3 foot tall, like I said. I'm debating on whether I want to do it 4 foot wide by 6 foot long, or if I want to do it just 3 foot wide by 6 foot long. I ain't figured it out yet. So from there, we'll try to figure it out and see what we can come up with. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut these pipes, and maybe even get some of the ends notched. And don't have a tubing notcher. We're just gonna do it with an old-fashioned grinder and make it work. So. Alright then, well, here we go. Let's make some noise. He's already making some noise, but we're going to make some more noise.
So there's going to be a lot of noisy in this video. Ain't so bad.
Yeah, I reckon. Alright, watch out, dogs. Move. Come on. Whole place plumb full of dogs.
Guys, you can tell we're tired of dogs.
Tired of dogs, he says. Maybe we can do it with this Sawzall blade. Alright. Now we're cooking. Okay, so before we throw it on the floor. Before we move to a cutting them other pipes and stuff. Before we move to cutting them other pipes, I'll change Sawzall blades, but for right now I ain't worried about it just yet, because we got some other stuff. Got to do some. May have to do a little grinding and that kind of thing. Get it ready to work on. Hello YouTube, welcome back. Another day here at Chicken's Chop Shop. It's been a while, been a couple days since we started this other project, and it's been cold and nasty. I was gonna come out yesterday and try to do some stuff, but it was too cold. My heat wasn't working the way I wanted it to. So it's a beautiful day today, but it's cold. I got my heat fixed. Maybe we'll see how that works out. I want to move on with this table, get it done. I'd like to finish it today if I possibly can, and get started getting the go-kart on the table. So that way I'll have a little more room in the front of the building, and then we're gonna put it right here, basically where this thing's sitting now. Gonna be a little cramped, but ain't gonna be as bad as could be, I guess. At least it'll be up off the ground. I can get up under it. I can do my welding, add my control arm stuff. That way I think it'll be better for me, you know, being able to get up under this thing. But I want to kind of show you what we've been doing. I've got a little GoPro camera here. We're going to try it out, see what the video looks like. And then we might have to invest in one of these. I borrowed this off a buddy of mine just to see how it worked out. But alright, so as you can see, I have notched these. I done it. I didn't have a tubing notcher, so I done it with a grinder and done it the best I could. And that fits right in there just like that. We're going to come back. Whoop, about dropped her there. We're going to come back and weld these here on both sides, right through here, and on the ends and the underneath. So there's a little bit more gap in this one than I wanted, but you know, it'll be alright. I'll weld it just a touch. I probably could take a grinder and knock that little nipple thing off there and probably be alright. But so there, if that would come down just a touch, it'd probably set that right in there. So, but this is the plan. And then what I'm going to do is go ahead and start the rest of the table. We'll get it. I'm just going to tack this up right now, and then I'll get some notches cut here and here for this. And the way I'm going to do this, instead of boring you with a real long video like I done on the first build video, that ain't going to happen again. I'm going to do one, and I may come back and do the other one, and do it on video. And then I'll do one side, get it all fixed up, and then I'll come back and do the other one on video. So that way you can see what I'm doing, but you ain't gonna be bored with the whole thing. You know what I mean? Could cut it out, record it, and pick the best side, I guess. I don't know. We'll see how this works out. But this is what we're going to do today. And like I said, I'd like to get this thing done, at least somewhat. So I'd like to get this cart on it, so I can get my other. I need some more parts for this cart. So I've got another machine out here, another four-wheeler, that I'm going to take some more stuff off of, and you know, put it, maybe we can get it tore down and took apart maybe tonight, and then I don't know, we'll get her started putting her together. Once it's on this table, it'll be easy for me to cut stuff and put back, and so And this little old table's going to be a work in progress because I've got a couple ideas I want to try with it. So, hey, here we go. So what I'm going to do is, you probably can't see. Hey, let's just move this a little closer and see if we can get, may not completely be able to see me, but yeah, you'll be able to see me. All right, here we go. So I'm going to mark this with a pencil right around here. Whoop, turned my pencil. Ah, my heat's working. It cut off. That's good. It was a tripping the breaker, and come find out, I kind of thought that it might have been the breaker. Come find out that's what it was. Breaker just, I had it on a 60 and it was supposed to be on a 70, and it worked good up until a day or two ago. Nice. So, alright. So, I'm going to grind this off. We'll clean it up and tack it. And then I'll start being able to notch the ends. Got a little old piece of pipe to check it with. And then should be able to move on from there. So, alright then. A little bit of noise. Alright, that's got everything. Okay, so there it is. I guess I'm ready to tack keys and get them to where they won't get them to where they won't flop around and stuff. I'll tack them on each side and put a pretty decent beat on them, keep them from breaking it. And if I break it, then I know I need to back up and do it again anyway. So let's see here what we can come up with. Alright, so just going to tack these. Right here. And almost out of welding gas. So I don't know if we'll have, I hope we'll have enough to put this whole thing together, but I don't know. If we don't, I don't particularly want to move the flux core, but I do have a flux core welder and I do have some flux core wiring. I guess for this that'd be okay, but that don't mean I want to. I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna have to invest in a bigger bottle. So I had two sizes bigger than that. It was about yay long, about that big around there at one time. And when I went to get a refill, that's the only one they had that's small enough. I had a big one, and they wanted to charge me extra for the big one. And then I ended up not getting really getting my money back on that one, and they wanted to charge me for that. So, oh well. They gonna get their money somewhere, ain't they? That should hold. If it don't, well, we'll do something else. Smoke in here. I can't tell whether my building's on fire or if I'm just a smoking. I'll get these ground out and I'll come back and we'll I'll show you some of my fitting. I'll do some final grinding. I'll show you how I do the fitting of this, and it's alright. Like I said, I ain't got a tubing bender or a tubing notcher or nothing. So I just use a grinder and a piece of pipe and grind it out and fit it and grind it out and fit it. And, it'll be alright. So that's the way we used to do things. Build a lot of stuff like this, and you just use a little more welding wire. Oh well. So I'll come back and I'll show you how this is working out, and we'll go from there. Alright then.